sensitive, lovely mama. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make some apple chips. So I've made apple chips before with red apples. It's the first time that I'm going to be making it with green apples. So here we go. So what you'll need to begin with is you'll need a bunch of apples. As many apples as your dehydrator will let you use. Okay, so here I have 5 apples. You'll need a bowl of water, a big bowl of water. You'll need some lemon juice. So the lemon juice is to preserve the apples from turning brown. So you just do a squirt of lemon juice in the water. If you have real lemon, that's okay too. But I use the real lemon juice from concentrate. Okay, you're gonna need your dehydrator. This is the one that I use. I haven't used other ones, so I cannot say which ones are the best ones, but this one works really well. It was inexpensive and I bought it at Walmart. And what I use to cut up the apples, you can use your hand, but if you have one of these machines, I highly recommend buying it. So how it works is you end up taking the apple and you plug it here like that in the middle of the core, and you press the gray button, you bring it forward and you hold down the white part in the middle and you start spiraling like that. So it's the funnest part about slicing apples because it does all the work for you. And then you just break off the pieces. So it looks like this. And you start putting it in the lemon water. Okay. And you'll need a rag to just take off the core and to clean up any of the juice and the mess that it causes. So then I have a little compost bag that I have nearby, and I just pop the core in the compost bag to put it in the bigger compost later. So then you just continue that process until you're done all of your apples. Okay? And then the bad apples, the ones that have holes in it or any like worms or anything gross, you just also put that in the compost bag. You don't want that in your apple chips. Take off the core, compost. So I usually find this part to be very relaxing and meditative. And if your kids are around, they usually find this pretty cool to watch their mom. You can get your kids involved to doing this as well. Give the table a clean. So you can put this machine away, this and this. And then what you'll do is you'll just make sure that your apples are well bathed in the lemon water. So have fun, just kind of swish it around. Woo. Okay. After that is all done, what you're gonna start doing is you're gonna take your apples and you're gonna start placing them on your dehydrator, okay? So you turn on the dehydrator after you start placing your apples. So I started from the bottom up. So I have these racks And what I start doing is I start placing them all around here like this. And then the broken pieces, I just place them in the middle where there's room, just trying to fill up all the racks. So what the dehydrator does is that it dehydrates the fruit, okay? So it removes all the moisture, and then it becomes really, really dry, and you can eat it like a chip. So I have one rack left, but I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to leave that on the side. And then I'm going to place the dehydrator like that. Move this bowl out of the way. And give the table a nice clean. Okay. After that, what you're going to do is, if you see here on my dehydrator, I have the Salton Vita Pro. This one works really well. It's not the biggest high-end one, but it really does the job, and I'm grateful for it. So you turn on the switch here, which turns it on. And then I put it at 140. And the temperature is so it keeps the nutrients. So if you have a dehydrator, it keeps the nutrients and the nutritional value in the apples. So if you put in the oven at a higher temperature, you can risk losing the nutrients in your apples. So I recommend that if you don't have a dehydrator, that you do get one. If you put it in the oven and you don't care about losing the nutrition in the apples, you just want a crispy snack, that's okay. But the dehydrator is really great for keeping the nutrition, okay? So you have it at 140, and you leave it in for maximum at least a day and a half, 2 days. I like my apple chips really crispy, but if you like yours more on the soft leathery side, you can take them out shorter. And if you find they're still not dry enough and crispy enough, you can leave them longer. So the cool thing about the dehydrator is that you can kind of forget about it, come back to it, check up on it. You know, you just have to make sure that the space is cleared and that it's on a flat surface, and that it's able to breathe out, because you don't want your machine to explode. But that's pretty much it, and then the rest is just a patience game. And then the other thing is, once they are fully made, this is what they look like. So these are the apple chips once they are fully dehydrated, and this is what they look like. So some of them are broken up. The thing is, with these apples, I didn't have a lot of apples, so I had a lot of extra space. With the other batch that I made, I ran out of space, so I started stacking them up, and that's okay too. It doesn't really make a difference. You just can break them apart. They won't be a perfect circle shape, but that's all right. You can still eat them. They'll taste the same. And then you just put them in a closed container, and usually I would recommend keeping it for about a month. If they last that long, if they last that long and they haven't been all eaten up, I recommend them staying in a container for a month, because longer than that, I find it starts becoming more stale and doesn't taste as good. So there you have it. These are the apple chips. Very delicious, really good for fiber. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. So if you're in apple season and you want to know what to do with your apple chips, with your apples, you can make chips. And it's a really good way for your family to get their fruit intake as well. So my husband, he's not a big fruit eater, but when it comes to having apple chips, he eats them just like anything else, right? So I hope you appreciate this video. If you do, please click the like button and share the video and subscribe. And I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you, and God bless you. Bye.